Many people work hard but still feel stuck in the same place. They put in effort, chase goals, follow advice, yet something isn't clicking. There's a hidden factor at play, one that determines whether hard work leads to growth or just frustration. Most assume success comes from talent or willpower. But talent doesn't guarantee progress. Willpower alone won't push through every obstacle. What separates those who break through from those who stall isn't ability. It's how they see ability itself. Picture someone learning a new skill. Maybe it's an instrument, a language, or a sport. Early on, progress feels exciting. Then difficulty hits. Mistakes pile up, frustration builds. At this point, many individuals tell themselves a story. I'm just not cut out for this. They stop trying. They walk away believing the problem is them, not their approach. This moment reveals something deeper. It exposes a person's mindset, the underlying beliefs shaping how they interpret challenge, effort, and failure. Mindset is more than attitude. It's a framework, a lens through which people view themselves, others, and the world. And this lens? It can either open doors or close them. Some people operate from a fixed mindset. They believe abilities are set at birth. Talent is innate. Intelligence is static. Effort becomes proof of inadequacy. If someone struggles, they assume they lack the gift. This belief creates a trap. Challenges feel threatening. Mistakes feel like failures. Feedback feels like judgment. Others operate from a growth mindset. They believe abilities develop through practice, learning, and persistence. Struggle means learning is happening. Mistakes are data, not verdicts. Effort isn't a sign of weakness. It's the path to mastery. The difference? Fixed mindsets see ability as a ceiling. Growth mindsets see it as a starting point. Here's the subtle part. Both types of people might work equally hard, but their beliefs shape what they do when difficulty arrives. Mindsets don't appear randomly. They form early, often through the words people hear as children. Consider two types of praise. One child hears, "You're so smart." Another hears, "You worked hard and used a good strategy." Both sound positive, but they create different outcomes. The first focuses on traits, who someone is. The second focuses on process, what someone did. Personal praise builds a fixed mindset. It ties identity to performance. When challenges come, that child fears losing their smart label. They avoid difficulty to protect their image. Process praise builds a growth mindset. It highlights effort, strategy, and persistence, factors anyone can control. When challenges come, that child leans in. They see struggle as part of learning, not a threat to identity. Labels work the same way. Stereotypes about who's naturally good at something create invisible barriers. People internalize these beliefs. They avoid areas where they've been told they don't belong, not because they lack ability, because they've absorbed a fixed story about themselves. Watch what happens when someone faces a real challenge. Growth-minded individuals see it as opportunity. They ask, "What can I learn here?" They try strategies. They adjust. They persist even when progress is slow. Fixed-minded individuals see it differently. The challenge feels like a test of worth. If they can't succeed quickly, they assume they're inadequate. They give up or avoid similar situations entirely. It's not laziness, it's protection. Protection from the verdict they fear, that they're not capable. The irony? Avoidance guarantees they won't improve. By protecting their self-image, they limit their growth. Here's where things shift. Growth-minded people understand something crucial. Effort isn't evidence of failure. It's the mechanism of improvement. Talent might give a head start, but effort, strategy, and persistence determine distance traveled. Fixed-minded people misread this. To them, needing effort proves they lack talent. They see successful people and assume success came easily. They miss the hidden hours of practice, failure, and adjustment. They compare their beginning to someone else's middle and feel defeated. This misunderstanding keeps them stuck. They wait for ease, for natural ability to kick in, for things to click. Meanwhile, growth happens through doing, through messy, imperfect action. One word changes everything. Yet, I can't do this becomes, I can't do this yet. Small shift, big impact. Yet acknowledges current reality without making it permanent. It keeps the door open. It assumes progress is possible. It reframes struggle from endpoint to midpoint. Many people close doors with their language. I'm bad at this. This isn't for me. I don't have what it takes. These statements sound like observations. They're actually decisions, choices to stop trying disguised as facts. Yet disrupts that pattern. It creates space for learning, for growth, for the messy process of getting better. Mindset doesn't just affect skill development, it shapes everything. Confidence, resilience, decision-making, relationships, even happiness. Many people define success narrowly: achievements, status, recognition. They chase external markers while feeling empty inside. Growth mindset expands the definition. Success includes fulfillment, alignment with values, contentment with the journey, not just the destination. This matters because life brings setbacks. External validation isn't constant. If self-worth depends on achievements alone, every failure becomes an identity crisis. Growth mindset creates internal stability. It ties worth to effort and learning, not outcomes. Growth mindset also builds emotional intelligence. When people become more self-aware, they understand others better. They see that everyone struggles. Everyone learns at different speeds. Everyone has blind spots. This awareness strengthens relationships. Fixed-minded individuals often judge harshly, themselves and others. They see mistakes as character flaws. Growth-minded individuals see mistakes as human. They extend grace. They communicate with curiosity instead of judgment. The result? Deeper connections, better collaboration, less conflict. Back to that person learning a new skill. Imagine they shift their mindset. Instead of, I'm not cut out for this, they think, I haven't figured this out yet. They stop comparing themselves to experts. They focus on their own progress, however small. They embrace mistakes as information. They ask, what can I learn from this? They try different strategies. They persist through discomfort. Slowly, things start to click. Not because they suddenly gained talent, because they gave themselves permission to learn. Mindset isn't everything, but it shapes how people use everything else. Two individuals with identical talent and resources will experience vastly different outcomes based on their beliefs. One sees fixed ceilings, the other sees expanding possibilities. The good news? Mindset isn't fixed. People can shift from fixed to growth by changing how they think about ability, effort, and failure. It starts with awareness, noticing the stories they tell themselves, questioning whether those stories are true or just familiar. Growth mindset isn't about blind optimism. It's about realistic hope. The understanding that improvement is possible, progress takes time, and effort matters. It's the difference between I can't and I'm learning. Which of these patterns feels most familiar in your own life? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe for more content.